me pull up the page.
Right.
You can see what's going on.
Should be live any minute or any second.
You are live.
All right.
You can see what's going on. Looks like Amanda's here. Dwight Hall. Hey, Dwight. And number one thug stacking and all those icons. Modern on me.
Number one fan, Thug. What's up, Thug?
Crack crew.
Are you watching the chat through Streamlabs?
No, I'm watching it through. I can see the chat through Streamlabs?
Yeah, you can. You just can't see the emojis or anything like that. What's up, Mopar?
Oh, yeah, there it is. Shit.
What's up, Dwight? Amanda, how's it going? Gonna do some live Q&A with Texas Joe here. Be a short stream like usual, probably 30 minutes or so.
Let's see what silver did today. Down 0.5%. Right at resistance, man. Resistance is 24.27 on SLV. Support is 23.98 on SLV. I use SLV because I can't chart the spot price.
Mm-hmm.
And since SLV just tracks spot price, then I use that. So that's my benchmark. And
what's up, Garrett? Jason, how's it going?
Let's see where the GLD is, where gold did. Gold was up. Gold was up 0.34%. And the 1 year on gold returns are 9.5%. 3 year returns are 13.16%. 5 years, 8.98%. And 10 year is 1.77%. So gold's back basically to where it was 10 years ago.
It's a good investment, huh? Well, at least you didn't lose any money, right?
You didn't lose any. Well, yeah, but you wrote it. That was the top of a market 10 years ago. So
yeah.
And now we're so I'm using the GLD as my ETF du jour, which tracks spot price on gold. That closed at 166.20 today, and support is 161.81. So I have been buying gold. I added some yesterday. And when I say I add GLD and IAU, which are two gold trusts. These are paper, not physical gold. And that trade's intact. So
you say you're still adding right now with gold?
I added yesterday. Hang on, I'll tell you exactly what I added. Pull it up.
What's up, Butterbeans, Mrs. Coin Crew? Steel Ringer.
So I added to my gold to GLD on 629. I added another 200 shares there in one account. In another account where I hold IAU, I added 1,000 shares on 629 as well. So right now I've got 4,000 shares of IAU, and I have 600 shares of GLD and 1,000 shares of XLV.
Boris, how's it going?
Gold looks a little better to me right now than silver. And that's why I'm a little bit more heavy on that. In addition to that, I've got some gold miners. And I use the GDX ETF, which I'm currently down in. but I did add another 1,000 shares of that on the 29th. I got 4,000 shares GDX, down 6% on that trade right now. And I am not worried about it.
So we got today, Joseph's going over a few things that he's messing with currently. And what we want to do today is just have a little Q&A. So if anybody has any questions about their investments, what Joe's investing in, vice versa, however you want to look at it. We can even talk a little crypto if you'd like. Of course, we can always talk the physical. I'm good with that as well.
And when I think we talked about this. I probably need to start. I'm going to start publishing my buys and my sells, just so you know what I mean. Just so people can see what I'm doing. And I've been calling out trades in real time for 30 years, so I'm quite comfortable with it.
What are your thoughts on?
I'm worried about looking like a fool.
What are your thoughts on Basel III?
European Accord, Basel III, monetary. What do you mean? What specifically?
That was a Mopar question.
Oh, it's a Mopar question. So I think he's referring. So I haven't been following it the way Crazy from Mopar probably has been, but Basel 1 and 2 were basically monetary policy kind of accords that get together with the Europeans, and the effect on silver. I'll be honest with you, I'm completely ignoring it. Completely ignoring Basel III. I follow a few guys on silver. None of them are silver bugs. They're bond bugs. And the silver trade's intact over the long term. If you look at a 2, 5, 10 year, it's intact. Chart looks good. It's an uptrend right now. It's been trading in a channel for a little bit. But I don't mind doing a little research if Mopar wants me to kind of investigate Basel III's effect. I can do that.
It's all Greek to me.
Yeah,
We're all learning, Amanda. What's up, Partridge?
So
that's what this is all about, though, is learning.
Yeah.
So Joe's got many years of experience, so no question's a dumb question.
No.
Believe me, I've asked plenty of questions that seem dumb on the surface, but it always leads you somewhere.
Yeah. Didn't expect to hear a Basel III kind of tie-in to silver.
Yeah, Mopar sent that to me a while ago, and I still haven't looked into it myself either.
Yeah, I'll look into it.
I've heard a lot about I've heard a lot of people talking about it, but what's up, nerd?
Oh, there's the nerd.
So how many of y'all in the chat are buying any ETFs other than, are you just purely buying physical? Are you messing with any paper, silver, and gold? I know some in there I've chatted with a little bit about crypto, but we all know what that's doing right now.
Yeah, it's down a lot today.
Silver's kind of, silver's kind of fallen to its resistance level, what Joe said earlier.
All right, so 4 ships is physical only. That's fine. I've got physical. I just do the paper trades to make money, y'all. And, I don't have to. I can buy and unload, right? Click of a button.
Yeah. And that's one thing that I think that kind of falls through the crack. I know it did for me in the beginning was, if you don't hold it, you don't own it. That's very common saying in our stacking world, but it's not like you have to buy this and hold it forever. The silver, that I do. I'm not a crazy stacker anymore because I'm more of a collector, but I still do stack. But buying the paper end, it's to make money. You get into it for a month or two, or you buy it low, sell it high. You got to hold it though. It might go down a little in between, but eventually we all feel that silver is going up. So why not grab some of the paper end and wait for it to go up and take your money out, make some money.
Yep. I'll be honest with you, the money I make, on some of these trades, I buy coins with. Almost all of it is just profits from, trades.
Well, Forrest, it's more of an educational factor right there, and it's where you're comfortable taking your profits. If you put $100 in and you make $50 off of it or $20 off of it, if you're good enough with that, take it out.
Yeah.
There's no real set time to take it in or out. And playing for the top of the market, you're usually always going to lose out on that.
Yeah.
What's up, Lincoln? How you doing?
Maybe if Crazy for Mopar wants to come up, he's talking about 85 funding ratio versus 50%. If he wants to come up, maybe send him a link and let him explain, give more details. We might be able to get a little bit more done, dressing him.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if you're more than welcome to Mopar. Just let me know. What's up, Cash Money?
Cash Money. How you doing, buddy? My buddy from Kentucky.
Steel Ringer's I've been thinking about it in my 401k IRA. Been doing really well, so I don't really want to move.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, Steel Ringer, there's nothing wrong with, riding the wave. I mean, it's going to continue, I think, for a little bit in the bull market. So I'm Steel Ringer. You own ETFs, you own mutual funds, individual stocks in your 401 IRA. How are you doing that? Bonds? Maybe you can elaborate a little bit.
So then also what we talk about the paper market is you could have a day trading account and do it with that, or you can have your it's the Roth, right? Where you can trade your own retirement.
Yeah. Roth or just a regular IRA.
Yeah, so you
can IRA or rollover IRA.
Open up another investment account to play with, or and not to say they have to do that either. Like, this is, like I said, this is all educational for me, as well as everybody out there. You're always going to be able to learn something.
Hey, Psychedelic Silver. Mark East, what's up? Mopar says no.
Yeah, he doesn't want to come up.
Yeah, maybe we can do a 3-way call and let him give me what he's trying to say, and I can
Yeah, could do that.
Put my head on it.
What's up, Marquise? What's up, Psychedelic? So I myself,
you should have started what years ago? You were a dummy for not doing what? Sorry to interrupt you, man.
Oh, you're fine. It's hard to wait for the chat.
Yeah.
Because you almost got to have 2 chats going on at once to fill the dead time.
Right. So stock I've been buying, I'll kind of share with you, Plumber. It's a company that they're into esports. They're getting into gambling, online gambling as well. Stock's trading around, I think it was down a lot today. I own it in the mid 15s. I have a full position on it. And the ticker symbol is SKLZ, skills. Wanted to kind of share that with everybody out there, see if they can do their due diligence on it, see if it's something that they would want to participate in. I am not making any recommendations to buy or not buy. I will tell you what I'm doing. I'll even do it in real time if you like. But ultimately, you pull your own triggers and light your own candles and things like that. I'm just an idea guy. just to try to kind of give ideas to folks on different ways to kind of expose themselves to investing, and aside from silver and gold and metals and things like that, where they make a little profit, a little money for themselves, and things like that. So,
and I'm sure there's people out there too that don't invest in the markets whatsoever. I was one of them until about a year and a half ago, and believe me, it's not easy. And like Steel Ringer, you have a great, let the company handle it. They are the pros. That's what they do. So, why mess with a good thing? I agree with you there.
Yeah, especially if he's a young fella.
Right. But what I've learned is you can turn small amounts of money into larger amounts of money if you do your homework, if you stay on top of things, and if you're willing to do that stuff. Don't just put your money into something because people are talking about it. I've had several off the air conversations with people that bought crypto, and they're holding it long, they're doing this or that. It's your money, you do what you want, but we're here to offer what I've done in crypto. I've done fairly well because I continue to trade it. Yeah. Nothing other than the one that I always say that I'm holding, do or die. Yep. Nothing in that crypto market am I interested in holding the long term, because it's just too volatile. You don't know. And if you bought in Bitcoin in the 50s or high 40s, look where you at now. You got killed, and now you got to wait for it to rebound. So if you're not buying at lows and selling at highs with the crypto, in my opinion, you're making a huge mistake, because not only are you losing money, but you're leaving a lot of money on the table. Yeah. I've sold close to 60 3 times before it went before this last super drop. Right. And I did quite well off of it, because that resistance level is 60 or 60K. So I sold it at 56, then I sold it at 57, and then I sold one at 59 just because it was really running. I thought it was going to break through, but eventually it came back down. So when you're playing with markets with that, you can't fall in love. Like Joe tells me all the time, take the emotion out of it.
Yes. Yes.
What's up, Dove Season? How's it going? That's awesome, psychedelic. Well, I mean, you can agree or disagree with what the final part of your statement is there, psychedelic, but there's money to be made there.
Yeah.
And as long as you're not holding it long, I feel you could always make money off of it, even if you short it, write it down.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm multitasking here.
I'm just reading comments.
I had something I had to respond to real quick.
What's up, Greg S? How's it going?
It's kind of urgent. Let's see.
Got a Mr. Garrett question.
How you doing, Greg? Dove Season. Man, this guy, he goes on these hikes out in the Arizona outback. Some beautiful scenery, man. And, they got a lot of snowmelt rivers. And he went for a dip in one, and I just, in 113-degree heat. And I was like, man, if my back wasn't so jacked up, because I blew out my L2, L3, L4. I was a big golfer, and golf really screwed my back up. But what really did me in was football. And I turned 45, and it's like you turn. I would sprain my fat. I turned one way, and I actually literally sprained the fat. What? You're laughing. It's true. I sprained my fat.
I've never heard of that before.
Well, I made it up. I sprained. I went, oh, everything hurts, man. You sneeze, you can fracture a hip.
It's fun getting old, huh?
It sucks. And I asked God for a long life, but I forgot to tell him to let them be years of youth.
So Mopar says Basel III is supposed to make it impossible for major banks to continue trading massive volumes of unallocated precious metals.
Yeah. So he's basically talking about make it impossible for major banks to continue. Oh, nice. That would be good. So that actually is that's a tailwind for precious metals then, as I see it, because they've been manipulating that market for decades. So I mean, if they're basically gonna take their hands off, and let the thing ride on its own.
Yeah, that could be great for us.
We want to own.
Yeah,
we want to own, because all we care about as holders of gold, holders of silver, don't try to think day to day. That's too hard. Or even month to month. The long-term trajectory, is that going to be higher or lower for precious metals? So that's a question for the chat. When I say long-term, 5 years and beyond, what's the trajectory? Is it up or down? If we can get that right, then we win. And it's the same philosophy, with every investment, whether it be bonds, stocks, a business,
Well, I mean, there are lots of people that accept Bitcoin, really. And it seemed to have been going more and more, but lately it's gotten less because of the governments are basically trying to blow it all up.
Well,
that's what I anyway.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's a good point. I mean, let's talk about that as it relates to crypto. They're coming out with digital dollars. Why would they allow competitors to a digital dollar? And then at least you have the backing of the U.S. government behind a digital dollar.
Yep.
Why would they allow a competitor that directly attacks the value of cash, or digital cash? So one needs to be aware, and now
Wild West, how's it going?
That's why aware of the things that can affect crypto, and that's why we have a very apprehensive approach to crypto and trading and holding overnight. I mean, you wake up one morning, it's down 20%. Does that sound like a currency you ever heard of?
I know.
That doesn't sound like a currency to me.
And that's what kills me about people that just keep telling you to buy more and buy more and buy more. Fine, buy more, but be ready to offload that, like on the hour. It's more of a day trade type of thing for me. Yeah, I will hold it for a week or two or a month, but that's it. I'm not in that thing for the long haul whatsoever.
Right.
Whatsoever. I got a little sun today, Partridge. I might have a little sunburn. Maybe that's.
Yeah. So, Randy, I'm kind of feeling, that it's kind of humorous, that the backing of the U.S. government and $30 trillion in debt, which is ridiculous in itself. But I mean, the U.S. government can never go bankrupt. This is the fact. And even Alan Greenspan himself was asked, can the U.S. government ever go bankrupt? And his answer was no, because they can just print more money. So, everybody's got a huge stake in the U.S. dollar. And not only Americans. I mean, Americans and the taxpayers themselves are the single most investors in the U.S. government. I mean, we hold more debt than all the foreign nations that hold debt combined. So, we are the biggest creditors to the U.S. government. So we have a big stake.
Mm-hmm.
Sure that, things work out. And so do foreign countries that rely on a dollar, So I hear the arguments on fiat, non-fiat. But, we went from gold standard age to a paper age, and now we're going to a digital age. So we need to,
What's up, Randy? What's up, HVAC?
We need to adjust our thinking so that when opportunities arise, you're able to take advantage of them, and know what the risks are, and know what the upside can be, because the upside can be huge. I mean, uh, I was an investor the day Google came out. I was an investor the day Amazon came out. And a lot of those stocks I still hold, to this day. So I mean, and those were all paper, digital kind of trades, but it's real dollars and things like that.
What's up, P. Stacker?
Hey, so I mean,
and that's kind of one of my biggest points, psychedelic silver, is be careful with that crypto stuff. It's like I said, I've had a lot of offline chats with people that they bought high because that's what everybody was talking about. That's what everybody was doing. Everybody said keep buying it, and crypto or Bitcoin is usually, if you follow Bitcoin, you can follow most other cryptos, and it's going up and down right along with it. And to keep buying and keep holding, unless you're in the low teens or somewhere around there where you're really safe, there's no way I would hold that long and just not
playing like house money.
Yeah, like I would not treat it as physical silver. No way, because like I'm buying physical silver and I'm holding it regardless. I know eventually either I'm going to keep my money or I'm going to make, or the price on that's going to go up. With crypto, there's no way in the world I would just let that sit there unattended to it and just think in 10 years that it's going to go crazy, because it's not. And like psychedelic saying, it is kind of an old technology already, and why would you put all your eggs into that basket and not treat it as a hot potato? Like get in, get out, make your money. And if you're going to trade, don't get into don't get into short-term stocks and think they're long-term, because and do your homework. Please do your homework. You wind up like I did in the beginning, and I lost quite a bit of money. And then, I meet people, I talk to them, I pick their brain. Joe and I talk quite a bit. I've learned a lot from him in a short amount of time, how to invest and, how to get in, how to get out versus just going in. Like normally I would see something and I would go in. There's no legging in for me. It was all or nothing. And it really kicked me in the teeth a few times. So you got to pay attention to your stuff. Even if institutions are holding it, still pay attention to what they're doing. It's your money. You want to keep it, right?
Yeah. So now this Forrest fellow made a good point. It's something that we talked about, just prior to going live, is you're going to come out with these digital dollars. Basically, if you get paid with them, now, they can track these zeros and ones wherever it goes. So it goes to you, and then you take it and give it to someone else, and they follow the money around. Meanwhile, they got their hand out the whole time and the whole way through. And if they see a transaction they don't like, well, now, it just seems like a little bit too much Big Brother is going to happen with these digital dollars. And they're going to watch everything, these digital wallets. And that is something that would need to be addressed.
Well, I mean, I'll give you a case in point.
I'm very concerned about, privacy and having the government out of my life.
Yeah. When I went to buy my house,
yeah,
I did do pretty well in crypto. I'm not hiding that fact from anybody. They would not allow me to use that money as income. They would not allow me to use that money as a deposit on my house. They would not recognize the profits from that at all. So that doesn't tell you something right there. But I did say, hey, can I go cash in my gold and then use that money? They said, yes, just bring us a receipt.
Unbelievable.
It was unreal to me, but it's money sitting there.
Yeah.
They saw it go in, but then they saw a lot more come out.
Yeah.
But they don't recognize that money that was made off the crypto. But I could go to a pawn shop and sell my gold and bring them a ticket, and they would say, okay, that's fine. unbelievable.
Yep.
I was furious because I had to change everything around and take money out of places that I didn't want to. So
Yep.
it was definitely lesson learned, you know.
Sure.
What's up, Jorge? Yeah. Yeah, psychedelic for real. What's up, Matthew? How's it going?
Say something we don't like, we turn off your money. Yeah.
And now banks
Gonna hold
crypto.
everybody hostage. Gonna hold everybody. Everybody's gonna be a serf. You know, a serf like a no longer. You're not even gonna have like citizenship. You're gonna be a subject of the state.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
And another point on buying my house was I couldn't use the money that I had in PayPal either. Like they wouldn't let me take any of that money out and put it into my account and use it as a deposit.
Yeah,
But that
well,
I really didn't understand.
Yeah, well, I know why they were. You know, my background's in real estate. I shared that with you. The reason why is because they're worried about it being a loan.
Yeah, they can't track it. Is what they
they're
told
worried
me.
about it being a loan, and that would be against guidelines to use borrowed funds for down payment. Anybody got a Scrooge McDuck stack to roll in? Wild West stacker. Scrooge McDuck. Social credit score. That's right.
Well, isn't it what like every
Chinese use right now?
Oh yeah,
CCP.
They stop you from traveling if you don't have like a good score.
Yeah.
What is it? Every kid in America that's born now, aren't they born with like $100,000 debt on their head? There's something crazy like that. If you were to break out our national debt.
Yeah, I think it was 66,000 when I last looked, and that was like 2 years ago. I'll do the work on that. It's probably close to 100 grand. Yeah, you come in, you owe the government.
Can't even say your first word and you're in debt.
Yeah. Yep. And Texas is a state that was founded by debtors. People who are heavily in debt. And they were in debt because, they got these big homesteads. And then they couldn't pay or didn't want to pay, and the war started with Mexico.
Yeah. What's up, Treadpool? Did you say Tesla stopped taking Bitcoin? Well, I don't blame them. When you lose half of what it's worth overnight, that's
right. What kind of
business?
What kind of currency loses half its value overnight? Help me out here. Venezuela, Mozambique, Zimbabwe. What other currencies have done that? It's
how did I get my crypto money? I got it. I could still spend it anywhere else. They just wouldn't recognize it. Like I couldn't use it as part of my down payment. I had to cash in investments and move money around that way in order to cover the down payment versus using that or the money that I had in PayPal from doing auctions and stuff like that. What's up, Doug? I think my family's leaving. I'll be right back, Joe.
all right, so it's me and y'all. Looking at the chat, or if all fiat currency has the potential to lose its worth overnight. Well, I mean, it has its potential, but has it happened? The dollar's never dropped, 5% overnight, like some of these digital currencies, or even more than that. So, I mean, the dollar actually is one of the better fiat currencies, if not it's the best fiat currency.
Yeah, I agree. I was not happy about that partridge. I can tell you that much, especially that I could go take in my gold or silver for that matter, and bring them a receipt from a pawn shop and they would take that, but they wouldn't take profits out of my crypto account. Yeah, Wild West, that does make sense. Yeah, but they're doing everything they can to keep that dollar pushing, huh? They won't let it fail until their digital dollars are ready.
Yeah.
What's up, Woody?
I think that's a good point there, Wild West. I think calling it a currency does confuse everyone. So I agree with that. But I mean, CNBC's been doing it for years now, so until they start.
Partridge Family, you can, like, it was just that they didn't recognize that as income for me. Like, they recognize profits from the stock market, anything like that, but they would not recognize profits from cryptocurrency because they don't know where it comes from, from what Joe says. What's up, Shimpy? So I mean, it's still money, and I still took it out, and I just put it back. I sold stuff out of my trading account, and then I took the crypto money, I put it back into my trading account when I took out. So it was just moving money around more than anything. It was just annoying that I had to sell things that I didn't plan on selling to accomplish something that I should have easily been able to accomplish with everything else that I had. So it's not like, it wasn't money. It was just really weird. To me, it was weird. But I guess, it does make sense if you can't track it. And that's when you're buying a house or anything like that. They want to know where your money's coming from to make sure that they're going to get their money. Yeah, I like that statement, Greg. The AMC of the blockchain. Yeah. But to me, and the way my mind works is if there's somewhere to make money, I'm going to go try to make money off of it. As long as I can figure it out how to do it. I don't have to understand it 1,000% because I'm not holding it forever.
Right.
But when something's popular like AMC was or is kind of still, GameStop, in and out, in and out. There's no reason to hold those things long term.
I never messed with the meme stocks. I didn't want to play that game. I'm not good at that. I know what I'm good at. I know what I'm not good at, so I just kind of stay within my strengths. My strengths are identifying undervalued opportunities that can have a 1,000% return and better.
And Partridge Family, believe me, I would have, but we were at the stage to where I wasn't going to lose the house over a few days. And if I would have, it would have been a completely, I would have been banging on everybody's doors, but there's other ways for me to come up with the funds. It was just, it delayed things. And it also scared me that I was going to lose the house. But the good thing is the sellers already bought a house contingent on this one selling. So I felt okay. And I could have always went and cashed in my gold and silver at the time and got the money for it as well. But yeah, you are right. It was very annoying. And at first I was extremely upset because I did think I was going to lose this house over that.
And then just want to make sure it's clear to Dove Season. I don't mean a training products company. SKLZ is a ticker symbol. It's Skills Inc. They do esports, and they just bought an online gaming company. Got a long runway, but the payoff can be big. So it's not a stock you go all in on. It's speculative. So you take just a little bit and put some there, and it kind of boosts your overall return of your total portfolio. So, for instance, the rules that I follow. If you've got $100,000 portfolio, this might be something that you'd put $2,000 in, ideally, and you'd buy into that, you'd leg into it, at 25% at a time over, say, a 2-3 month period. So,
Matthew, you should look into the beginning of Bitcoin.
yeah.
Look into how it started and who started it.
I remember when it was $100, man. Remember looking at it. I remember attending a symposium for it. And, I was like, looking back now, I'm like, shit. I could think of it.
Yeah, I know.
I give you another one. I mean, I owned a stock at $9 a share. I had close to 4,000 shares. I made a double on it, and I got out of it. Yesterday, I took a look at it, and I nearly fell out of my chair because the stock's $144. At least that's what it was yesterday. Let me look.
I know. When I first got it, the stocks, that's how it was for me too.
Yeah, and I mean, I got stories like that I can tell you over the last 30 years. Now, I got my set of winners too. Jesus, I don't even want to tell you what it is today. It's $171. I owned it at $9. So NTLA is that ticker symbol. N like November, T like Tango, L like Lima, A like Alpha. Sickening. Makes me sick.
What's up, treasure detecting in the house? Yep, Wild West. I just didn't know anything back when I had buddies that they told me about it, but that's about it. I didn't. Stupid, but.
Matthew Elms, I agree with you 100%. Physical silver is the investment of the future because of the industrial uses, particularly, in green energy use. We get that. But you can't have 100% of your money in physical silver. It's just not prudent. You've got to diversify, amongst stocks, bonds, some commodities, cash, and real estate. Those are your 5 major asset classes. Crypto is not an asset class. Crypto is just basically a perceived store of value. That's my best definition.
So
it's of what I can think of.
Yeah,
it's just a perceived
store
of value. You just got to rely on somebody behind you buying it higher. I mean,
So if silver is the investment of the future because of its industrial uses, what's to say that they don't come out with something that's comparable to silver that's cheaper? Like, they're making new stuff all the time. They just made like a new, I can't think of the name of it right now.
Well, that necessity is the mother of all invention, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we know that. I mean, that could happen, but the way that the playing field is now is silver is a big part of what's going on. Now, there's a lot of silver in the world. There may be a shortage of it because of mining capacity and regulation and whatever else, whatever other factors. But
well, I mean, you say elements are elements; they cannot be duplicated. They're working on it, and as supercomputers come out and stuff like that, something's always bound to replace another. Granted, physical gold and silver have been here forever, and probably will be here forever. I'm not saying it's not, and I'm not saying that they're for sure going to make an element that's going to be comparable to silver, but they may find things like that they won't need to use silver in certain things anymore.
Right. They'll find some other element that'll suffice with the new technology. But Garrett's, I hear Garrett's point there. Elements are elements. I mean,
well, that's what they're trying to do now.
Yeah.
Find the God particle.
That's right.
And they say on the next build, 10 years or so, they should be able to accomplish that, or duplicate the Big Bang, or maybe I'm saying that wrong, but the particle accelerator machine, or whatever they call that thing that they
super
built.
collider?
Yeah, over it's in France or something.
Yeah, we were supposed to have one in Waco.
Yeah, well, they're going to build another one now that's like twice the size because they figured out that they did the calculations wrong or something.
Yeah. Oh, science wasn't up to snuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Gee. So now we have the new science.
CERN, yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
That stuff's so interesting to me. I watch that all the time.
I'm drinking iced coffee, if anybody was wondering. Matthew
I
L.
can't do iced coffee anymore.
Silver. And the Coppers had quite a run, man. Coppers rallied better than silver over the last year. And, we talked about gold earlier. Gold's getting back to what it was 10 years ago. What's wrong?
Tracy. Nothing like a good old hamburger.
Tracy doesn't do the Impossible Burger?
Yeah, those Burger King had those, right?
Yeah, I tried one. I am feeling better, Shimpy. Thank you. I had one. It wasn't bad. Like if I had to, eat it, beef went away, I could eat it. But it's not the taste of real beef. So I like steaks.
Better, you're in Texas.
I'm in a steakhouse every other week. So, and they make a mean old-fashioned. And I like my old-fashions. I like my martinis, and I like my steaks. What else?
I like my gold. I like my silver. I like my investments.
Yeah, that too. Beef's not going anywhere. I agree.
Yep. Well, we've been going about 45 minutes. That's a little bit. I think we reached our point.
Yep.
If you guys, anybody, girls, would like us to speak on a topic of anything specific, shoot me an email or Joe an email. We're going to do this once a week, maybe twice a week occasionally.
Just chit.
But today we just wanted to do a Q&A. We do have things that we can talk about, but we want to know what you're interested in. I know crypto is always going to be a big topic no matter what, but to me, that's not worth talking about all the time.
Right.
I think investing in general and how do you get started, how do you improve what you have, things like that would be great for a lot of people.
Yep.
So please feel free to email me with anything you want to hear about. We got a lot of knowledge in that whitehead over there, and he wants to get it out there for everybody. So I mean, that's really generous of him to share what he's learned over these years, and I think we should all just watch, pay attention. Maybe you could learn something. I know I do. Still can't bite a Bitcoin.
Tracy eats 90% venison. Dude, there's deer sausage is awesome.
Yeah, smoked.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Greg, exactly. Yep. And that's like, and if somebody wants to come up here and chat with us, I don't want to open it up to have 5 or 6 people on at a time. We can bring you up 1 week or a couple weeks if there's a certain topic that you feel that you could add to this with. I'm all for that. To have a good debate about something too. That's good too. But I don't want to open it up and have 10 people talking over each other at once. So, what's up, BR? Yeah, you should email. Yeah. Joe was just talking about that. We were talking about that earlier today, actually. So, yeah. So let's. We're gonna go ahead and end this. What's up, Oregon Stacker? PE, how you doing?
I'm gonna fire up the Traeger.
There you go.
Ooh. Love my Traeger.
Scott loves YouTube.
PE Stacker's thinking about starting an escort business. Well,
yeah, man, do it. Call me.
All righty then. Has everybody got an escort? My wife's my escort. I'll need two.
Gotta do something now that you're retired, PE.
PE's retired?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He had a big neck surgery and
oh, he's done, huh? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right. Well, everybody, you have a good one. Like I said, feel free to email either one of us. We will do this again next week. But we'd like to be a little bit more focused on our topics. So if we don't get anything from you, we're just going to pick some stuff and start going on it. We can start breaking down, like Greg said, the vessels of investments. So that's a good one. I know we touched on it a bit.
PE Stacker wants to know why my head's in the gutter. Whatever. It's talking about opening an escort service, and I'm not supposed to have my head in the gutter. Okay.
Joe's already thinking about how to make money off of it.
Okay, Corey. Whatever you say, buddy. I don't want to start over. I got a lot invested in the woman I've got.
There you go.
And I love her.
Let's see who's on here that we can go raid.
26 years. Where am I going? I'm going nowhere. Actually, when we got married, we had nothing. Now we get to enjoy it a little bit. So. All right. Is that a wrap? Are we wrapping?
Yeah, I'm going to grab Mia's coins real quick and go so we can go raid her.
All right. I'm going to fire up my Traeger.
You have fun with that.
Having barbecue ribs at my house. So if you make your way to Nacogdoches, the ribs are on Joe and the beers.
Beers too.
Right. And once we get done with a couple beers, then maybe, we'll work our way into the Jack.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's better be Gentleman's Jack this time. It shows me a Gentleman's Jack cup. He puts regular Jack in.
I ain't no freaking gentleman. I'm a number 7 guy. Somebody gave me that as a gift.
Yeah.
So I kept the glass. I'm a number 7 guy. Drink that all night.
It's good stuff. Like some Jack and Gingers. I could do that all day.
All day.
All day. All right. Well, everybody, you have a great one. We will see you tomorrow night, Oregon Stacker's channel, at least 7 p.m. I'm not really sure yet, but he's already got it listed, so make sure you check it out.
Black Label Jim Beam will work, Garrett. Yes, sir.
I was trying to say what we drink in session. All right, let's go raid Mia's coins. Let her know where y'all came from and say hi.
All right, guys.
Have a great one. Thanks again, Joe.
All right, man. Enjoyed the conversation as always. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. All right. We'll talk to you soon.
Yep. Bye.